Hey everyone, Glenn here from mindovermenieres.com. So, one of the most common questions that I get almost every single day is, can I fly or can I travel with Meniere's disease? And I am making this video to tell you that the answer is yes. Yes, you can fly. You can travel with Meniere's disease. There is nothing inherently wrong with flying that should trigger your symptoms. Now, I think most people have this fear because of the experience of having our ears pop while we're flying. But the mechanics of what happens in your ear when your ears pop is very different than the feeling of fullness or ear pressure that comes with Meniere's disease. What's happening on an airplane is that there is air trapped behind your eardrum in your middle ear. And when the cabin pressure of the airplane changes, it can cause your eardrum to be sucked in or to be pushed out. Either way, it's uncomfortable and can be painful, but it is different than the feeling of fullness and pressure that comes with Meniere's disease that arises from problems in your inner ear rather than your middle ear. Now, if you're concerned, you can buy these special earplugs called ear planes. The earplugs have these little filters in them that slowly release the pressure. So it allows you to fly in an airplane, and it controls the rate at which the atmosphere changes, and it will prevent your ears from popping. So it's a nice little trick, and I will provide a link in the video description below if you want to check those out. But I also have a few other tips and tricks, because while there's nothing inherently triggering about flying itself, the process of flying can have triggers. For one, it can be very stressful to go flying. You have to wait in lines, you have to go through security, you have to deal with restaurants that aren't very healthy and won't have very many low sodium options. So I do have a few tips and tricks that can help make the traveling and flying experience more easy for you. The first thing is to, when possible, travel with a companion. If you have a friend or a family member who you can go traveling with, obviously this is going to be a huge, it's going to relieve a lot of the stress and anxiety that a lot of people have from traveling. I think people are also afraid that their symptoms will flare up or they'll have a vertigo attack on a plane. But if you have someone who knows about your Meniere's disease and is familiar with what to do, it can make things a lot less stressful. Alternatively, you can always pull the steward or the stewardesses over to you before the flight and let them know what's going on and give them a heads up that you may have some vertigo, you may have some symptoms, and you know, if there's anything specific that you might need help with during that time, just let them know. And usually people are pretty accommodating. So that has to do with the travel process itself. Now, when you're actually traveling, one of the things that can be tricky is dealing with the food situation in the airport. So what I recommend is to always bring all of your own snacks and food with you. Now, you cannot bring liquids through the TSA security checkpoints, but you can bring food, and most people don't know this. So when you travel, you can bring all your own snacks, you can bring all your own food, and that way you never have to worry about finding something that's healthy or safe for you to eat. And that can make things a lot less stressful too. Also, always make sure to keep all of your medications with you at all times. Do not check your medications, especially the medications you may need in the event of a vertigo attack. I also recommend taking any medications that may help to prevent your symptoms as a preemptive measure before your flight. I think that can go a long way toward helping you feel less stressful as well and more relaxed. And also take time to plan out and take time to think about all the things that might go wrong and how you can handle that, how you can react and how you can handle it when things go wrong. And if you take some time to think this through and plan before you leave, it can really help you to feel more relaxed, and if things do go wrong, you'll be more prepared and know what to do next. So that's all for me today. I hope I answered some of your questions and gave you some helpful tips. Till next time, everybody. Bye.